Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about data collections, analysis and report writing, focusing on the mixed methods research approach. This method combines both qualitative and quantitative research to give a more complete picture. Let's explore the steps involved in it. In these presentations, we will go over what mixed methods research is and why it's important, the data collections process, including types of data and sampling strategies, how to analyze and integrate both types of data, the validation process to ensure your findings are credible, the structure of report writing in mixed methods research. To start, mixed methods research combines both quantitative and qualitative approaches to research. This means you gather numerical data through methods like surveys, and at the same time you gather descriptive data like interviews and observations. This approach helps provide a richer and more nuanced understanding of your research topic. Here's how the process works. You begin by identifying the types of data you will need and the methods you will use to collect them. Then, data analysis. Quantitative data is analyzed using statistics, and qualitative data is analyzed by identifying patterns or themes. Now, data validation. These steps ensures that your findings are credible and reliable. And then, report writing. Finally, you write the report explaining how you collected, analyzed, and validated the data. Let's dive into the data collections procedures. And first, we will analyze types of data. Quantitative data includes numerical data like percentages, averages, or surveys responses. Qualitative data includes descriptive data such as interviews or open-ended survey responses. Then we go for sampling strategy. For quantitative data, we use random sampling for generalizability. For qualitative data, we use purposeful sampling to select participants who can offer deep insights into the research topic. And then timing and integration. Decide if you want to collect data sequentially, means one phase after another, concurrently at the same time, or multi-level, which means across different units or groups. Now we go for sampling models in mixed methods. Mixed methods research often combines sampling strategies. There are sequential strategies, concurrent sampling, and multi-level sampling. So in sequential sampling, the first phase or quantitative guides the selections of the second phase, that means qualitative. In concurrent sampling, both quantitative and qualitative data are collected at the same time. In multi-level sampling, you might collect data at both the group level and the individual level to get different perspectives. Then we go for data analysis and integration. Once you have collected the data, it's time to analyze and integrate it. When we go for quantitative data analysis, this involves using descriptive and inferential statistics like means, percentages, and correlation analysis. And when it is qualitative data analysis, you look for the key themes or patterns that emerge from interviews, observations, or open-ended responses. Then we go for the integrations. The magic happens when you integrate the findings. For example, you might use qualitative themes to explain statistical outliers or vice versa. Now we will explain validations and legitimation. Looks at the validations. You need to check the credibility and reliability of both your quantitative and qualitative data. In quantitative validations, test the reliability of your instruments and check for sampling biases. And in qualitative validations, used methods like triangulations, which means cross-checking with different sources, and member checking, which means asking participants to review findings. In mixed methods, we also validate the entire research design to ensure it's philosophically consistent and that your integration of the two data types makes sense. Then we go for the report writing structure in mixed methods research. When writing the report, follow the structure of your research design. If your study is sequential study, present quantitative data first, followed by qualitative data. And if you conduct concurrent study, present both data sets at the same time, either separately or integrated. And if you conduct transformative study, if the focus is on social change or advocacy, your report will include recommendations for reforms and actions. And finally, proposal checklists and key takeaways. Here is a quick checklist for a strong mixed methods proposal. Clearly define what data you will collect, explain who we will sample and why, specify whether data collection is sequential or concurrent, describe your analysis procedures for both types of data, show how both datasets will be integrated, make sure your report structure matches your research design. A strong proposal ensures that your research is clear, systematic, and credible. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you understand the steps involved in mixed methods research. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell for more research tips. See you next time. Thank you.